off the back of that, then you signed with NNormal, which was on paper looked great, but it's also quite strange because they're sort of exclusively trail, but then you're obviously harnessing the two. How did that conversation sort of come about?
Yeah, they contacted me on Instagram DMs. So I was, I was like, is this a scam? This seems too good. But yeah, and then it was cool. It's a really awesome brand, and like you said, they're only in trails, and they don't plan to branch into road racing at all. But they allow me that freedom, to race on the roads and the track, as long as I'm also representing them on the trails. So, I honestly, so far, it's been a really good fit. I'm able to stay where I'm at and have my own training style, my own coach, and my own lifestyle and everything, and then still represent them and be involved in the brand. So yeah, it's been great.
It's a really exciting brand, but to someone who's never heard of them or come across them, what makes them so unique?
Well, normal, it's spelled with two N's and it stands for no normal. So basically they're trying to establish a new normal for the way that trail and outdoor gear is designed and created and distributed and recycled. They're trying to make it all an eco-friendly industry, whereas my ironically outdoor trail running gear is like very not eco-friendly. And most of the people in the space of that sport like want it to be. But so Killian Jornet and Camper are the co-founders, and Killian is this incredible trail runner, mountaineer, like just anything endurance athlete, like anything you think of, he'd probably just be world class at. So he he's also super passionate about sustainability, and so he founded this brand to kind of change the way that the industry works. And yeah, so far it's he's done a really good job. They're in testing stages of this new shoe called the Kibosh, which is like theoretically going to be basically a long-term shoe. You can get the upper replaced, you can get the traction replaced, you can put in a new insole whenever it wears out. So it's supposed to be a shoe that, isn't limited by one of its components for how long it lasts. So yeah, I mean, they're really trying to change the game, and super young brand, but it's already getting a lot of traction. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
I think my favorite Killian Jornet story, and I've obviously read his books and listened to a lot of podcasts, is when he was 17, he wanted to know how many days he could go without eating and continue to train as normal. And he got to 5 days without eating anything. He said he could just train. He didn't have the explosivity, but he could just keep going. And after 5 days, he fainted in his university dorm. He had to go to hospital. But he's like, well, if I miss an aid station in a race, it doesn't matter because I can keep going for 5 days. So,
Yeah.
yeah. What is Killian? And obviously, you spent some time with Killian and Emily Fosberg as well. What was that like last summer when you were all together?
It was really fun. I think that probably the surprising thing to most people is that Killian, a completely normal person. He's a dad, and obviously he's also a professional athlete, but he isn't weird. He's not cocky. He's not arrogant. He doesn't expect different treatment. He's just a very down-to-earth person. It was fun to spend time with him and get to know him. And Emily too. They just balance like taking care of their kids and training really well. And yeah, I mean, he does a lot of stuff to be the best in the world. Don't get me wrong. He's doing hypoxia training. He's doing hyperthermia training. He's doing his long efforts.
What's hyperthermia training?
Just sauning, basically.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's heat. Yeah. But yeah, so he does a lot, but he doesn't make it seem like he's above anyone or better than anyone. Yeah, and I think that he wasn't aloof or anything like that, so that was, yeah, it was cool. He's just a normal guy. I mean, he's not normal at all, but yeah.